Afternoon, my dear students. Welcome to this class. I consider that in accordance with our last session, live session, we have some questions about the circuit. Now, for tomorrow, for the next session, we need the circuit. For the reason I'm gonna explain fast how can you build it. Okay, so remember that this file is here in your class, in your Tinkercad class. The only thing that you have to do is to verify this. Okay, so here we have first our Arduino Uno. This is Arduino Uno. Yes, and we have to keep in mind this, also the proto board, the resistors. Okay, the resistors is very important, these colors, because these colors belongs to 1000 ohms. Okay, so this is the value of the resistor. Yes, I suggest you that please do it with these colors, because with these colors we can have the correct value in all the simulations. But so you will ask about this these colors. This is very easy. This is the colors code of the resistor. So the only thing that you can do is code, color code resistor. Yes, and here you will find a table. Yes, so for example, I'm gonna share this article and also this image. And so with that we can watch about this. Okay, so here we have first the resistor. Yes, for example, if we have 6 bands, that maybe mainly resistors are for these bands, 4 bands, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, the first belongs to the first digit. That could be dependence. It depends of the color. It depends of the color. We have a value. For example, in this case, the first digit could be 2 because this is red, right? So the second digit will be 7 because the 7 is the violet. The third digit is when you multiply this. Uh, no, so in that case, if we have no, I'm sorry. This is if you have a third digit, well, it's possible that you won't find uh, more colors, but I guess that could be 1, 2, and in this third, this is a multiplier. Yes, the multiplier could be 1 ohm multiplied for 10, 100, 1000, and that's it. Yes, and also the tolerance, that is important if you want to this define exact values. Yes, for example, in 4 bands. Yes, for example, this is the most common example. Yes, the first is 1. Look at, yes. The second is red here, and the third is green. Green here, green. Yes, green. Yes, green. And here we have green. So 1, 2, and we have to add more 5 zeros. Yes, so the value could be 1200 kilo ohms. So too much. Okay. So if we want 1000 resistor, is very simple. The only thing that you have to do is to, for example, here we have brown belongs to 1, black belongs to second digit 0, and the third is here red. So you have to multiply by 100. So 10 multiplied by 100 is 1000. For that reason, we know that this resistor is 1000 ohms, and I suggest that use this color, because with that we can ensure that we can use a lot of circuits, these resistors, right? So the connection is equals that if you have in the real life. So remember that the cables that we have are jumpers. So remember the positive with the positive bus, negative with negative bus, and keep in mind this. So the protoboard is composed by 2 buses. Okay, the first bus is this bus. This is the negative bus. and the positive bus is this positive. Yes, these buses with these buses are separated, so for that reason only we can have energy in this bus, right? So now how does it work, the protoboard? The protoboard is very simple. Okay, I'm gonna type here protoboard, protoboard, protoboard inside. So I'm gonna teach you how does it look, the the protoboard. The protoboard inside, it's a series of it's a series of um, different metallic bars, and inside of these bars you will have this. So focus this. So inside of our protoboard we have the bus. So if you have the complete bar, that means that in all this space you will have all the energy, right? So if you put the components together in this section, that means, for example, with these holes, that means that all these circuits will be together in series. But if you want to separate in parallel the elements to, and with that you can put the elements in short circuit, for example. So you can do it putting in the other section. Yes, remember, these sections are joined, these sections are separated. Yes, anyway, I'm gonna give you um this article if you want to know more about that, right? Now, so it's time to build in real. Okay, so here we have our materials, specific materials. Here we have my Arduino Nano. Remember that you have an Arduino Uno, Arduino Leonardo, Arduino Vega, it's the same. Also, don't forget the cables, the jumpers. Remember that we have three types of jumpers, but today we're gonna focus of the jumpers that we can find the strings. This termination, right? Uh, Next, don't forget to buy these LEDs, because these LEDs are the most simple, right? So, and don't forget the resistors, as I told you, 1000 ohms. um, we can use other, but I suggest this because it's better of this value you can use for other projects, right? Okay, so we're gonna start. We're gonna put together the materials. Remember that you have to follow these steps, okay? So first of all, remember that we have to fit our circuit of energy. So for that reason, you have to locate the 5 volts pin with and the G and the pin, the ground pin. So the 5 volts pin you will connect to the positive bus, that is the bus that is red. Okay, you can put in any place. Remember that is a bus that will give off energy, and the same with the negative. But the negative, the ground, you will put in the black or in the blue. Okay, so with that we have already. Now, so we have our protoboard, we have our Arduino. Now it's time to put the LEDs. Remember that the LEDs has the anode. The anode is the shortest pin, so you have to use the anode to connect to the negative, the shortest extreme, right? The other you will put in the other position. Now, so you have to do the same with the other LEDs, um, something like that. Look at so we can put the all the LEDs in the order that you consider. Remember, the cathode has to be in the other extreme. The anode, that is the shortest, has to be in the negative, right? So once that you connect this, you will have something like that, right? So you have to keep in mind this. You have to verify that. Now, it's time to put the resistors. Okay, the resistor doesn't have polarity, so the only thing that you have to put is, remember, if you want to put the resistor in series, so together you have to put in the same bar. You put in this position, and with that you can ensure that you have the resistor, right? Okay, once that you have the resistors, so you have to look something like that. Look at don't forget to put your resistors, as I told you in this video. So keep in mind that, be careful with that. You have to have something like that. So don't forget it. Look at, so if we watch with details, you have to have something like that, right? Verify that you have your circuit like this. Now once that we have the circuit with the LEDs, we have, it's time to connect to the digital port. So for that reason we have to use 3 more cables. Male, that is the name of these cables, right? So we're gonna connect the first, yes, in series with the resistor, and also we're gonna search the digital port. Remember that the digital ports are represented by a D. So in my case I'm gonna put in D9. So here, look at, you have to verify the D ports. Yes, once that you recognize it, you will have everything right? So remember D9, we have to search the D9. In this case, let's search it. Okay, so 12, 10, 11, 10, 9. Okay, 9, perfect, excellent. Now we're gonna do the same with the 10. So the next LED with the 10. So you have to do the same, and the final with the 11th port, right? So don't forget to verify your connections. It's very important, because if you don't connect something properly, it's possible that you will damage something. So for that reason, before to connect, don't forget to verify your connections, right? Okay, so nice. Finally, here we have all our circuit. Excellent. So verify the connections. In my case, I have an Arduino, is something similar to that. In the Arduino, is just to connect the pins to the cables, and that's it. Right, so finally here we have to connect our USB cable to our Arduino, and once that we have this, we are ready to program our circuit. We are ready now. So